and welcome to a Pair of Dice Lost podcasting channel. My name is Brendan, my pronouns are he, him, and I'll be your storyteller for this game about living gods on the wrong side of the law. Joining me for this game is...
Hey there, guys. My name is Tyler. Pronouns are he, him. I'm going to be playing Riki, the fire-aspected street exorcist.
Hi, everybody. My name's Christina. I will be playing Ellion. My pronouns are she, her, and Ellion's pronouns are they, them. They are a water-aspected investigator.
Hi, everyone. My name's Cody. Pronouns are he, they, and I play Amalar Divine, the air-aspected shady businessman.
Hi, my name is Britt, and my pronouns are she and her. I play a wood aspect named Rush Fairus, who has a ferret familiar named Zeke. Together, they specialize in archery, larceny, and dance.
Hi, I'm Michaela, she, her, and I'll be playing Tirali of House Regara, an Earth-aspected leader of a small military force known as the Tyrants, who cooks the books for the gang.
And this is Exalted, like a dragon-blooded. Act 3, 100 Kingdoms, 100 Heresies. Okay, so you guys are off the gondola staring at all of the things to do in the Nexus Pleasure District, with every single one of you, not as a group, every single one of you has resources one worth of Nexus bucks in your hands, in your pockets, wherever that you store money. You all have resources one worth of Nexus bucks.
Take the Dosh dollars.
Nexus Bucks. B-U-X.
That's amazing. You spelled it exactly how I did.
Oh, that's funny.
So, staring at this neon nightmare that is in front of you all, as the casino zone, as it was, is just glaring at you, asking you to come spend your hard-earned, or in your case, not so hard-earned, Nexus bucks at their store, at this store, wherever that you want to go. There are prize pantries and ticket exchanges galore everywhere. Sometimes things are just like, oh, look, 10 Nexus bucks, and you can get a little manatee. That's Marvin the manatee. He's the little He's a big guy who spends a lot of money. We love Marvin. He comes in here, he pays all of our salaries.
We love Marvin.
You know, he's not they're not out in the West, so they're not going to use whales, so they're going to use the local equivalent of a 2,000-pound infant just kind of flopping around.
Aw. Look at him go.
Look at him go.
Well, I turn to everyone. First things first. I want to get a drink. First things first. Too many sensations. I need to calm the fuck down.
You walk literally 5 steps, and someone has heard you say, "I need a drink," and they have placed a drink in your hand.
Damn, this is too easy. It's literally free.
No problem, sir. Complimentary. So long as you're enjoying the Pleasure District, you get to drink for free.
Damn.
The only thing that ain't free here is is gambling and the really fancy food. But you know, the cart food, and he kind of like points, and there is almost serendipitously a local not a foreign cart full of falafel. Just kind of like steaming there, this guy not being paid any attention to, as people here have less of a spice tolerance than down south. He's just kind of like on his break, like just kind of looking bored and maybe a little bit depressed.
Guys, I'm in danger. And Ricky's going to begin to wander away.
With drink in hand, Riki wanders away. Do you all put him on a child-friendly leash, or what's the plan here?
Child-friendly leash.
You could have it be less child-friendly.
Look, Ricky's not Ferris's responsibility.
if something happens to him, something happens to your sister. So, kind of.
Is she walking off? If she. Oh, yeah, you're right. Okay. Ferris will, grab him by the shirt and, yank him back.
Like, with much force?
Gently, pulling you. I'm not going to just, yank you to where you, fall to the ground, but I'm going to give enough force so you realize you are being, beckoned back to the group.
But there's so much stuff. Look at all the stuff.
Yeah, don't go too far.
Oh, come on, sis. He's allowed to explore. I'll go with him if you want.
I almost feel like that's worse.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about that.
Okay, well, if you can't trust me and him together, then I guess that, if you can't trust two fire aspects to hang out together in Nexus, who can you trust?
Literally anybody else to hang out. The fact that Divine is not with us also bothers me.
Oh yeah, the fact that y'all's accountant isn't here is honestly bonkers. Hanging out here for a little bit, you all, besides just Riki, are accosted by other people kind of passing you by, more waiters and waitresses kind of offering drinks and everything. Every now and again, you can see someone looking a little bit dejectedly gets onto a gondola and starts their upset ride down as maybe they've lost everything. Normal casino stuff.
Yeah.
So as you guys are hanging out, looking at the sights, just kind of trying to figure things out, so to speak, a gondola comes up and a large retinue of people comes out, and you can hear you can hear as a bunch of other people pass you by. There's a light coughing behind Ellion. Well, I didn't expect you to beat me here.
I'm just gonna turn around.
You see your guild contact.
You didn't expect us to beat you here.
Oh no, not at all. You were just in look shy. I assume that you all were going to steer very clear of Nexus. This is technically my home turf. I honestly didn't expect you all to come here without I don't know, an airship and an army to boot.
We're working on that, but Nexus didn't seem quite like the best place to bring that.
A good call there. Bringing an army into Nexus is quite forbidden. You and your entire army would get well, it'd be very sad, but very public. And he kind of motions across his neck with one of his fingers.
So we heard. We were told these 6 rules for Nexus.
Ah, yes, the dogmas of Nexus, or whatever that they're calling them this year.
I think we'll be able to hopefully reasonably follow those.
Well, I should hope so. It would be a great loss to me to lose a contact such as yourself, Ellion. Speaking of, how did that job with the village that I sent you to near Lookshy go?
It was not what we expected, or at least not what I expected. There was a water creature. Don't think we really got to resolve it very much.
Yes, well, I mean, that does happen sometimes. Some of these people are a little bit more slippery, so to say. But I'm sure that we could work out something to resolve that soon enough. So, I guess that you all are here for pleasure then. I can show you around, or you guys can just explore as you will.
I wouldn't say no to a guide. We're probably going to try to stay mostly together, though. Or at least with responsible parties.
I'm gonna lean over. You hear that, Felar? Ellion doesn't think you're fucking responsible.
No, Ricky, Ellion doesn't think that you're fucking responsible.
Yeah, but you're the responsible party. What's the problem?
Fairus is gonna raise her hand. Felar, I don't think you're responsible.
Ouch.
Yeah, it's kind of rich.
That's
I
so
mean-
mean. I'm not the bad twin who faked my death.
But you are the party twin.
Yeah, so?
Bro, remember when you killed those guys in public? I remember.
Hey, we're not talking about me here.
The pencil pusher
We're
over
not
here is
talking
really
about
scary.
me here.
I get it, but you killed dudes in public.
Pepperidge Farm remembers.
Remember when you just dropped that entire crate full of Jala and slaves onto the undermarket that is probably one of the busiest parts of Chiaroscuro?
Yeah. Remember when everyone thought you killed your brother and everyone believed it without blinking an eye? I remember.
I didn't actually kill my brother.
Yeah, but everyone believed. No one.
So
no
your
one thought.
argument is invalid.
But no one thought. Ferris couldn't do that. She's too nice. No one thought that. We all thought you did it. Well,
What do
we
you
didn't.
mean we? What do you
everyone
mean
else thought
we?
you did it. But everyone else thought you did it. Like no one was like, I think Ferris had that in. No, everyone knew you had it in you. No one batted an eye.
Ferris, I knew you didn't do it.
Yeah, of course we knew you didn't do it, but people who didn't know you like that, everyone thought you did it. No one was like, damn, she doesn't have the heart for that. Everyone thought you had the heart for that.
Fairus is gonna say one more thing, like she puts her finger up and her mouth's open, and then she just looks at Felar and Riki and just puts her hand back down and turns away.
Listen, I believe that she was innocent. Why would she kill her own brother? There's nothing to gain from it.
Uh-huh.
But I didn't doubt that she could.
I think that's the best compliment you're going to get out of this.
I'll take it.
Mesha, the guild contact, is just kind of standing there, watching you all kind of argue about whether or not that Fairus could kill a man.
Let alone her brother.
Let alone commit fratricide. The conversations that you all have are quite interesting, to say the least. Yes, if you all want to come with me, what are you all interested in? I could direct you, or we could, I don't know, just start wandering.
Maybe I'm trying to think how to phrase this when we're out so publicly.
A snack. That's what you're thinking of. A snack is in order. I know a great noodle place.
A snack
Ooh.
sounds fantastic right now.
Noodles
A
do
great,
sound pretty good.
nice private place to converse.
A nice private place to converse. Okay, well, so long as you're not going to talk about... he thinks about it for a moment. Dismantling the guild or the ruling parties, the ruling council of Nexus, my office is open to you.
That's not what I need to discuss, so those words will not pass my lips unless they have to do with the current issue at hand, which I doubt, hopefully.
Come on, we're really going to Party Central to go to this guy's office. Can't you guys go and I'll go do something else? Come on, this is so exciting. I want some excitement. You know? Come on, we're in Excitement Central.
You have to take Ferris or Tirali with you.
Do you choose Fairus or do you choose Tirali?
Obviously, Ferris. I can make you feel awkward the entire time.
Oh no.
Checkmate.
I see. You're gonna take my sister with me, so with us, and that you can't make any so I can't make any lewd advances on you. Yeah, I get it.
I assumed Riki would be interested in the conversation I wanted to have with Mesha, but if he's not interested in learning about goods being brought in and out of town that probably shouldn't be, then I guess he can run off and do something.
Hey, you have your methods, I have my methods.
All right. Have fun. Don't get in trouble. Don't break any laws.
If as you guys are running off, Mesha kind of goes, if you all go a little bit further down the alleyway there and then make a right and then a left, you will find the local Nexus Coliseum for competition. If you wanted some real excitement, really get the blood pumping, you could always enter in there and see what that you could do. The risk is great, but the reward is even greater.
I'll catch up with you guys later.
Okay, so Fairus, Riki, and Felar to my knowledge, unless of course anyone else wants to go off with them, are going to go wander in some direction, maybe go to the Coliseum, maybe find something else that they're interested in.
I mean, Tirali can come with me or go with them. They're probably gonna go have more fun stuff happen to them. I'm just gonna more have a conversation and try and find out about the smuggler.
I'll go with you.
Okay.
You know, now that we've decided who's going where, I don't know if saying Fairus is one of the responsible ones is a good choice. They brought up some really good points.
Yeah, didn't we?
Look, they're not gonna come with
No.
me, so I had to send somebody who may show a responsible bone in their body with you.
I feel
Yeah,
like Fairus is a good mix of responsible and party. She's got the responsible side from her brother and the party side from her sister.
That's not how that works, but
Also, I really don't know where the idea of Felar being the party family member came from. She's like pretty boring comparatively. She does paperwork.
she's also the fire aspected one.
The fire aspects aren't always party animals. God, so stereotypical.
You didn't
they
grow
can't have
up
a
with her,
temper.
though.
Dude, I don't know if you remember, Tyler, but the first time that you met her, she was sneaking into the guild offices in Chiaroscuro to fuck up their paperwork and fuck up their entire bureaucracy.
Yeah.
That was the first time you met her.
So, I'm gonna let you guys do your thing though, because I don't want to take up the entire night.
Do you guys want to have the conversation at his office or at the noodle shop?
I would say let's go get some noodles, some nudes, and then we can chill at the office. That way, Tirali can decide if she wants to just get nudes with us and then go have fun, or if she wants to sit through a boring conversation afterwards.
Okay, so you guys go and get noodles. Your favorites are in stock, most likely, unless, of course, you're looking for something very rare and weird. Torelli, do you split off from the group here, or do you kind of keep accompanying Ellion?
I will keep accompanying Ellion.
Okay, sounds good. So the three of you are going to take your noodles to go and head up to Mesha's office. Whereas you had, Ellion, you had been to Mesha's office in Chiaroscuro maybe a few times, not enough to make it awkward, but enough that, like, you know, if you needed a place to lie low or you needed to find him in a hurry, you absolutely could. His office in Chiaroscuro was sparse, to say the least. There was not a whole lot of decoration at the time. You knew that he was planning on decorating it, but he'd just never gotten around to it, despite being a local of Chiaroscuro. Now that he is reassigned to Nexus, he has put up a lot of ostentatious and gaudy artwork and like suits of armor and things like that to kind of like impress people, but none of it is, I don't want to say none of it's good, but like none of it's like real. Like it's like that's a fake ass sword, or like that just looks like armor, but it's like it's actually just like not real. Not that like it's magic or enchanted or anything to just look like armor or something. It's just like
It's like an anime convention sword.
yeah, it's like an anime convention sword or like a convention set of armor. Like it will not survive the first hit from anything. And like immediately, like Tirali can just like pick that out immediately as a trained commander. You are just like this guy is showing off, but none of the stuff here that he's using to show off is real.
So while we're in the office, I'm just going to kind of give it a once over to see if there's like any very clear, like this place is magically bugged or there's like something in here that anybody can listen from or anything like that. So I'm just going to kind of like lift some stuff around, act like I'm looking at the trinkets around here and just kind of lifting it up and looking behind them and things like that.
If you're looking, so I would say that's going to be perception and awareness for most of that. But if you're looking at it magically, to see if something is like magically bugged, that would be perception and occult.
Can I do both?
I would say do perception and awareness first, just to double check. Because if you botch on the perception and awareness, it would make no sense for you to go any further, if that makes sense.
I only got a 3.
Okay.
So.
3 successes, but not a botch. Going around and kind of like lifting things up and like investigating things, Mesha notices what that you're doing pretty easily.
I'm not trying to hide it from him. I'm just not being like ripping things off the wall. It's just a casual, like, I'm looking at your stuff, but also clearly like searching for things.
I've rented out every office within that whose walls are near mine, so above, below, and to the sides as well. There are a few, and he kind of like points out a couple of the looking holes or like listening ports. There are a few of those throughout the building. Can't be too safe, but I promise you, I have rented out everything else. So if there's someone else in those offices, I would be alerted to that.
Now, can I roll the just to be safe?
Yes, absolutely, you can.
Okay, so it would be occult plus perception?
Perception, yep. Because you are looking for magic.
Why is that roll better with less dice?
Holy shit. Because you rolled 3 10s, Chris. Okay. With 6 successes, you do notice that there are prayer scrolls around that are written in the common kanji with river speak and flame tongue as well, kind of like mixed in together. Not that the kanji is mixed together, but like sometimes the prayer scroll will be in river speak, other times it'll be in flame tongue, to kind of like change things up. You can, upon kind of like running a hand over it or getting close enough to it, you kind of can sense a little bit of the magic coming off of that. That is thaumaturgical in nature. So again, nothing capital S sorcery. Having a little bit of exposure to the occult, especially very recently, with all of your friends suddenly getting, as that Riki puts it, God homies. You've grown accustomed to sorcery and thaumaturgy in the last couple of weeks. What that you notice about them is that they are designed to change color if someone were to be in an adjacent room. So it's a very quick way to kind of like, the best way I could put it is kind of like life detection. Like, hey, there's someone in the room to the right. So the ward on the right will like switch color if that someone enters that room. So you can kind of know if you're being watched.
It's very specifically life detection.
Yes, it is very specifically life detection.
Okay.
So I certainly hope that the my precautions are up to your standards. He kind of slurps some noodles as that he sits down behind his desk.
And just kind of takes a seat also. I think it'll be fine. I don't think anything we're going to be talking about is too terribly sensitive, but I'm not sure because I don't know enough about it to really ascertain that at the moment. From
If I hear you going into seditious talk or whatever that you would call it, treasonous, again, unlawful discussion, I'll make sure to stop you.
That's fine. That's agreeable. Like I said, I'm not sure entirely what's going on with it, but I was told that there was a human trafficking problem going on here in Nexus. There was some kind of smuggler that's dealing in it, and that's all I was really told by the boys.
That's fair enough, but let me ask you a question regarding the job that I had you do for me back in Wiltshire. How was the resolution to that?
Out of character, I don't flippin' remember. It was back in April.
Okay,
the
so
Water Daddy one.
yeah, it's the
Yeah.
Water Daddy one. So
I'll say I remember if you wanted me to up.
oh, go ahead. Yeah, no, if you remember, then please, Britt, enlighten us.
I remember that we found out that someone else was taking the women and children from that town. And that's why the Water Daddy thing happened. And we were going to go investigate the people that were taking the women and children, I believe.
Yeah, they would come and sing happy birthday to him every year, and with the women and children gone, they didn't do it this year, so he cried and basically was flooding
Flooded
the
the
town.
place.
But I don't remember who he said took it or if he knew or anything like that. So that's why I don't remember.
Gotcha. I thought I remembered like who, but now I just remember that we were told people were like coming and taking them.
The answer is that it was bandits who were coming in to take them.
Okay.
I believe that we did that like kind of like a very quick wrap up because we did do a fight.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes combat takes a while, and I think it was like 11 o'clock, and we were like, oh, let's just go to bed. But the ending to that is it was bandits that did it. Upon giving him that information, he kind of, Mesha kind of thinks about it for a moment. Bandits. Interesting. It would be like, yes. He is known for doing using bandits like that in a using bandits to make his case. I have a rival here who I believe might be of interest to you and yours. I can't guarantee that it's the same person that your friends are looking for, but there's an interesting fellow here by the name of Nun. Hagatel Nun, by the way. There, I've spelled out this person's name in the chat for you. Hagatel Nun.
None as in like a nun.
Yeah, none as in a nun, or none your business. Has a rival of mine, has a tendency to deal in the slave trade. Very, very bad habit of his, but it does get him profits, and so long as the profits come in, and it's not done in the vicinity of Nexus, well, the council doesn't rightly care. I believe that he might be either the person that you and your friends are looking for regarding the human trafficking business, but if not, he's most likely the person who dealt with the bandits that you all found for the that poor village that was out its people. I can give you his address if you want. I believe that he's in town.
That would be most helpful, and I would like to help take care of your business for you, especially if it's conveniently here, and if it ties into our business, then all the better.
Oh, acceptable then. I believe that we will have an accord, a contract of some kind. Here, give me just a moment. And he pulls out like opens up a drawer and pulls out a large case and like sets it down and then begins to rapidly write in river speak. And it basically, you see this man make a contract very rapidly.
I'm just kind of reading over it as he's writing it, and just like, because I have 5 dots in bureaucracy and a specialty in contract, so I'm kind of like going along with him and just addenduming where it's like, well, maybe the phrasing should be like this here instead, and stuff like that.
I want you to roll that for me.
What attribute do you want me to roll with bureaucracy?
So let's go with so you're looking to make sure that he's writing out a proper contract, correct? Or are you trying to
just kind of helping him? I realistically don't think he's gonna screw me over, especially since he's like a 3-dot contact for me. I'm mostly just trying to help him get all the phrasing right, so it's like ironclad.
Okay, so my question for you then is, are you going to try and influence him to try and get yourself the better part of this deal, or are you just going to make sure that it works for the both of you?
I don't think there's really a better part of the deal for me in this. It's just
He could give you all more money.
So here's my line thinking is, Ellion, like, this is my contact. We've worked with him for X amount of time, and we just have the back and forth of, you give me information, I give you information. I help you out, you help me out. So it's kind of like, if this information leads to us dealing with this problem, cool, then you've, like, helped me with my end, and if this takes care of the problem for you, then cool, we both have benefited, and that's fine.
Okay, give me an intelligence and bureaucracy. And I will give you 2 extra dice for describing why that you're doing it and giving a interesting look into Ellion's mindset.
So my only problem is I don't actually have the bureaucracy charm, so I don't know how much actually having a specialty in contracts is going to help.
1 extra dice.
Is that one of the 2 you told me about?
The specialty would be 1 extra die.
Well, I was saying because you said 2 extra dice, so will that be the 2 plus the extra 1?
Yeah, 2 plus the extra 1. The 2 is from a stunt.
Okay, I'm just making sure. Okay, so you said bureaucracy plus intelligence. Cool.
Mm-hmm.
5.
5. Okay, with 5 successes, first off, Mesha has roughly the same amount of respect for you that you have for him. He is not trying to screw you over. He is going to give you your choice. As you can see that he is writing up the contract and you're kind of helping out with wording and everything. He needs very little of it, but when it comes to the payment part, that's where he's kind of having a little bit of issue. And it mostly comes down to, would you prefer to be paid in raw money, or would you prefer a different kind of payment, possibly magical materials, hearthstones, other information, that kind of thing?
I think the latter would probably be more helpful in our current situation.
Okay, the latter. So what kind of things would you need, or should that be something that we can just put up for negotiation upon completion of the contract once that you have the rest of your crew and your material goods list with you?
I think that's probably best to set a limit, but to leave it open-ended on what we need, because I don't currently have the list of goods that we do need.
Fantastic, then. We can keep that open to interpretation, just like this other part of the contract. So, Hugtel Nun has been a thorn in my side for quite a long time. In fact, I would say that when it comes to pieces of shit in the guild, I'm very far on the bottom. Like, I'm actually pretty good at making a profit and not exploiting human people. Around the middle of being a piece of shit is probably Thanos. Since your friend Riki punched him in the face, he's gotten a lot better. And then right up at the top, I would definitely put a couple other factors as well as Hog till none. The other factors have ways of protecting themselves from other machinations that Hog till or that none simply doesn't. So, what I'm asking, as far as you go, morally, since we're entering into this contract, do you want to bring him to me, or do you want to just deal with him? Technically, since it's a part of a contract, technically this is part of trade. So, I am contracting you to take care of Hog till none.
Up to debate on how he is taken care of, correct?
Yes. I wanted to know what that you morally are okay with. Personally, I'd prefer his corpse thrown off of the wall, but... Or, well, maybe not his corpse, his still living body thrown off of the wall.
I mean, if they, as I assume a member of the guild, if he is interfering with your trade, then he should be punished accordingly.
If he was interfering with my trade, then the emissary would take care of that. Unfortunately, he's very good at hiding his tracks and not getting caught. Technically, he's interfering with my... maybe not my trade so much as my my standing, my morals, my obligations.
If we were able to prove that he was interfering with some kind of trade, or violating one of the 6 laws in some way, would that be beneficial to you?
I mean, about as beneficial as me entering in, as me writing up this contract and just asking you to straight out kill him. Both of these are completely doable.
Well, I think if we can prove he's violating one of the laws, that's one way to take care of it. And if we can't prove it, then we just take the presumably easier route.
The express elevator right down to the Undercity.
Yes, to put it candidly.
Yes. Okay. Yes, if you think that you can set him up for a fall, then absolutely. In one way or the other, just make sure that he stops being a thorn in my side.
I think that's doable.
Then we have an accord, and he writes his name on the contract and kind of turns the contract over and waits for you to write yours.
And it all is depending on that he is actually doing the stuff that is being claimed, correct?
Yes, so long as it is provable that he is doing actual human trafficking, you are allowed to, under contract with Mesha, you are allowed to take the law into your own hands, however you see fit.
I just want to make sure it's just like I said, I don't think Mesha's gonna screw me over, but at the same time, I'm just also covering mine and my people's butts.
So that's totally fair. One of the fun things is that because he is entering into this agreement with you, this is now considered a thing of trade, meaning that someone stopping you from doing your job is now interfering with trade.
Loophole.
Yep. Fun times. Fun times when you can deal with bureaucracy.
Mostly he was asking, it's like, are you morally opposed to just fucking killing this guy in his own office?
I mean, I probably won't be the one doing it, doing the actual murder, but
Yeah, you've got someone for that.
Yeah, I've got people for that. That was literally one of the things I said when I made this character. It's like, I'm gonna be the one that hunts and investigates people and finds them, and then I'm just gonna have someone who's the muscle that just literally turns them upside down and shakes out the money from their pockets.
Okay, then you have an accord. Deal with him however that you see fit, but I want him out of the guild no matter what.
That's doable.
All right, then. Anything else you need?
What is Durali doing during all of this? Is what I really want to know.
Just standing in the corner, waiting to see who gets whacked.
She's standing in the corner with like her bodyguard shades on, just patiently waiting for Ellion to give her the cue.
Yeah, it's just like Ellio's just like, oh yes, here your business, cool, contract done, sanctified, trade complete. Let's go.
Have my people call your people.
Mesha is my people, though, is the funny thing. Yeah, Ellion's gonna just. I mean, since they were sitting there making the contract with Mesha the whole time, like they've been reading it and everything, so they know what's in there. If there's any weird and doubtful that there is, they're gonna sign it.
Okay. You sign it, and so my next question for
Yeah, contract signed. Trade has begun. We are officially contracted to take out this person.
Signed, sealed, delivered. You're
Pretty
dead.
much. And now we are in the process of a trade, so we are legally not allowed to be interrupted.
and technically, since this is violence with a purpose, it is not wanton violence.
It has to be specifically for this. So that means we have to go find the other people and let them know.
So my question is that are you going to head directly to this guy's office where Mesha is going to give you the information on exactly where this dude's office is? Or are you going to go try and meet up with other people first?
Are you going to go ahead and just do the murder, or are you going to wait?
I mean, this is kind of a thing that Divine and Riki brought to us.
It might be. There is a chance that Laughing Ragamuffin was talking about someone else.
I mean, yes, that is why it is like contingent on a lot of factors in this little wheel of weirdness. But I am probably gonna go get the other people. So.
Okay, so we're gonna swing the camera real quick over to Riki, Felar, and Fairus. Where are you guys going? You have so many options. Just I don't want to say pick a thing, but and I also don't want to say just at this point I almost want to say just make a thing up and it probably exists here.
All right, Riki, where are we going?
Brendan, I want to see if they have like a high dollar bar, so I can go and like find out, because people who are rich and have money are always the worst people. So I'm trying to like turn the Riz on and find out what's going on with these people.
Okay, so you're going to turn the Riz. Okay, yeah, I gotcha. There are so many high dollar gambling hall / bars around. You pick a direction and go, and you will find it.
I'm gonna let Felar pick one, because I think she's probably gonna know where fancier people, like high society people with power, will gather more than I will. I'm just gonna pick one that looks like it has good alcohol.
You see her kind of doing eeny, meeny, miny, mo, and then she picks a direction that was not mo, and then starts going that way.
There we go. Okay.
All right, so we're gonna go find some high class people to be classy with. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah,
I can turn on the class. She kind of like, I don't want to say undoes a button on her shirt, but she just kind of like lets her shirt hang just a little looser than before.
She like fluffs it out a little bit and shakes out her hair, type of thing.
Shakes out her hair. It looks immaculate now, and she kind of looks back to Fairus and just kind of like, okay, come on, you're gonna be our chaperone, huh?
Is she like just trying to tell me to like follow, or trying to get me to like look better? That's the only word that can come to my brain.
She is trying to get you to follow.
Okay, then I will follow.
She is not trying to make you look better, but like let me put it this way. If you decide this is a stupid idea and want to go do something else, She is not going to stop you.
I remember during one time, Ferris and her actually went out together. I can't
Yes,
remember
you
what
did.
day it was, but like she had the 2 dates and she offered me one.
Yes, it was it was probably Venus Day, because that would literally be the main day to have 2 dates.
That sounds right.
I like Ricky like straightens his tie and like fixes his hair. You know.
What is Felar's appearance?
4?
Damn, we're the same. And Ricky's
all right.
still better than us.
It's all right. The world needs 8s too. It's fine.
Ouch.
Listen here, 8 of 10 is talking.
It's funny because if you scale the 1 to 5 scale to 10, it literally is 8.
Damn.
So you guys start going towards the high class bar. Riki and Felar kind of chatting it up on the way there, and Fairus, I don't want to say dragging behind and being the chaperone, but the two fire aspects are definitely in their element, so to speak. You all go to the Merciful Manatee Bar.
Yes. Yes.
A large neon sign with a flashing manatee, kind of like first going like, ah, yes, I am a manatee, and then the next thing is like it kind of going just a little bit further with a patron with like a in like a nice kimono, and the manatee is giving the guy a hug with one arm and a drink in the other, and it just kind of keeps going back and forth, and it just kind of keeps going back and forth, and then and yeah, that's where you guys end up. You can see a bunch of people in like very nice clothing, like either suits or like kimonos or like jackets with ties and nice like cocktail dresses and that kind of thing. And there's a bunch of people in like all the servers here are like it's not necessarily a themed bar, but a lot of the waiters or waitresses have like little like manatee noses painted on them as like, haha, this is funny because the manatee is a theme. And you can see that people are being served all manner of drinks and cocktails. Liquors, beers, wines from all over creation are here. And everybody here is actually paying for their drinks as opposed to them being complimentary drinks. Everybody here is using large quantities of Nexus bucks.
Mm.
Ooh. Man,
Like-
Riki, you sure
Like
know how
100 for a
to...
drink?
Like 100 for a drink.
Oh god. Hey, you picked it.
You said you wanted to go someplace high class.
I did. Yeah, this
Well-
is fine. Hey.
Yeah, but how are we going to pay for this?
What is the clientele here like?
Guild factors, people of high standing from across other large organizations in creation, except for the crime family, because the crime family don't truck here, except for you guys now.
Except for us now. That's right.
And unfortunately, you don't have your dude with what's it called? You don't have your friend with resources 3 to just start handing you chips.
I don't need resources when I have the factor of being attractive.
Fair enough. Okay.
You took it right out of my brain. I was like, you just gotta walk up and like twirl your hair and be like, oh man, I could really go for a drink.
That's true.
Okay. Tell me how that you're going to seduce one of the patrons here to get you a drink. Felar's going to look to Fairus and be like, "Oh, this is going to be good. I can't wait to see what the hell he does."
I also can't wait to see what he does. I feel like Felar and Fairus are kind of like standing next to each other with like the looks on their face of just like watching to see, just watching Riki, just kind of off to the side. He did come in with what was he saying? 2 8s.
I did say that, didn't I? Pretty funny.
Okay, yeah. So I guess the question is, did you walk in with both the 8s on your arms?
I like to think that this wouldn't have been pre-planned.
Okay.
So we certainly came in together, but
not like arm in arm.
yeah. Okay, you know what? We're gonna take a swing here. Who is the most attractive patron in this bar right now, other than me, Brenda?
Other than you?
Other than me.
There is a person at the end of the bar who appears to be gathering a large crowd of women and men alike to them, who has short-ish black hair with very striking features and a very unique, almost blue skin tone to them. That looks almost like that they might have come from like an underwater climate almost. They look rugged, but like ruggedly handsome. They are easily a 9.
Whoa. Does it seem like a person who like is like knowledgeable about the town or like would have like information? I know it's hard to tell, but I'm looking for that.
They look like they have been here for a while. It would honestly be real hard to tell if they were going to be knowledgeable about the town just by like giving them a glance. You know,
that's a fair point. Okay, you know what? We're gonna give it a go. I'm going to just walk up and take a seat, ignoring all the other people.
Take a seat at the bar or take a seat near this person?
Near this person.
Okay. So you're going to kind of push your way through and take the nearest empty seat, or are you going to...
Okay, here's the thing. Can I roll presence to passively intimidate people out of my way without saying anything?
Yeah, absolutely. That would be a charisma and presence roll.
Yeah.
So you're going to passively intimidate them, or are you going to pump it with the excellency, or are you going to like...
I want it to be more of like a visual thing. Like, I don't want to have to say, hey, fuck off. I want to like present an aura of someone who is like not like an oppressive aura, but like someone who's like carries themselves with like powerful confidence.
Yeah, you walked into the building and heads turned.
Yeah.
I mean, a 10 just walked in. Like,
okay.
Let's see if you can back that up with some dice as well. Thank you for taking the time to enjoy our show. If you liked what you heard, why not leave a review or tell a friend about us? It helps get the good word out about the work we put into this show. If you wanted to ask us any questions, you can contact us through Twitter at apairofdicelost or email at apairofdicelost@gmail.com. The theme song for this game is Dragon Dance by Raphael Crux, used under a Creative Commons license. And for making it this far, I saw that cool thing you did, so have some stunt dice.